What's up everyone? Welcome back. I hope you guys had a great day so far. This feels so weird, like talking to you one-on-one again. After doing my Sunday skincare videos, I feel like I have not talked or caught up with you guys in what feels like forever. So I thought today I'm going to share my makeup favorites as of recently because I have a lot that I have to talk about that I've been using so much recently. So as always, I hope you guys are interested, and if you are, stay tuned. Alright, I think I'm just going to get started with perfumes this time. And you know what? Every time, the sun comes out, spring starts to finally come through, the weather's not as super cold and crisp outside, I like to uplift myself with like fresher, springy, summery scents, and one of my favorite perfumes of all time probably is the Stella McCartney Stella scent. I don't know how long I've been having this bottle, but ever since I smelled it for the first time, I had to get the like huge bottle just to be sure that I can use it for as long as possible. If you're someone that is into like floral, rosy, fresh scents, I'm not talking old grandma, I'm not talking very heavy, rich scents that are more appropriate for like the colder months. This is a super fresh, just very uplifting and perfect for spring and summer. So I'm just going to list the notes of the perfume right here so you guys can at least get a gist of what this smells like. As you guys probably know, if you have watched my videos in the past, I'm a sucker for this gradual design. I don't know what it is, it just always attracts me every single time. The second scent that I'm going to talk about, I think I would describe this one as pretty much the opposite of the Stella McCartney one, just because it's like way more spicier and sexier, way more androgynous, very much unisex, and I'm sure that it's definitely not for everyone. If you're looking for very unique scents that not everyone on the high street is wearing, this is certainly for you. This is the Jo Malone Birch and Black Pepper Cologne. I just love the uniqueness and like the general approach towards scents. It's like very different. None of the scents Jo Malone makes it's like something you have smelled before, I think, and this is what I love about it. They recently came out with this limited Rock the Ages collection where every scent is supposed to represent a different century in the UK. So the Birch and Black Pepper scent is supposed to represent the UK as it is now, being edgy and rocky and fashionable. I'm sure it's not for everyone though, because it's a very edgy, sexy, very spicy scent that has like a whiskey undertone as well as like ink tones to it. I'm going to list the base notes here too, just again so you guys can probably get a gist of what this one also smells like. I, however, love it. It has grown on me significantly, and even my boyfriend is wearing it. Okay, finally moving on to the makeup stuff. I know, I'm such a talker today. I hope you guys don't mind. So, I have two base products to share with you that I've been, like, I seriously have been wearing these two non-stop. The first one is the Lancome Miracle Cushion Foundation that I did a review on. So if you guys are interested in how my opinion on this one is, I'm going to link it down below in the info bar so you can check it out. I love the concept behind this foundation because, as you can tell, it's like a cushion or sponge inside this compact that is saturated with the foundation. And the great thing about these ones is that they don't look like foundation on skin whatsoever. They're super lightweight, very skin-like, almost like invisible, and I just love it. I'm sorry, I have no better words to describe this one. It's fan-freaking-tastic, and I seriously can't wait to get my hands on more type of these products like this cushion foundations in the future. But so far so good. I love the Lancome one, and I can definitely recommend it if you are into like light to medium coverage foundations. Number two has been the Paula's Choice Barely There Sheer Matte Tint, with a broad spectrum protection of SPF 30, tinted moisturizer, and I love it. It has the perfect color for me. I have the lightest shade, which is level 1. I think it's called Fair or something like that. It's the lightest color in the range and it fits me perfectly. It just evens out the skin tone so naturally and so beautifully. I don't feel like that I need to, you know, necessarily add concealer sometimes just because I like the finish of this one in particular. Same goes to powder. I don't like to use powder with this one on top because after like 20 minutes or something, it sets in like a semi-matte skin-like finish, which is, as you guys probably know, I'm all about that. I don't like to wear foundations that are too apparent on my skin, and this one just looks like skin, it feels like skin, it's very hydrating, and it has great ingredients too. Speaking of the devil, I have a powder to share with you, and this is very weird, as you guys probably know, because I hate powders. I just can't stand the feeling of them, and I feel like after like a couple of hours, my skin looks so dry and very much like older than it has before. This powder, however, is a huge exception, and it's super affordable at the same time. It is by Rimmel, and it's called Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. I absolutely agree on the long lasting claim. It lasts on me pretty much almost like an entire day without touching up my skin. I love this powder. It's super lightweight. It doesn't cover too much. It evens out the skin tone, blurs pores and all that. I have it in the color transparent, and yeah, love this one. Moving on to a highlighter. I think I talked about this product in the past too. It's one of the very few ones that I would definitely call my holy grail highlighter. It is by IT Cosmetics. It's the Hello Light Cream Illuminator. It's a gorgeous, perfect champagne beige color that doesn't look too much. It's not your over-the-top highlighter where you just have to, you know, touch the product a little bit and you're glowing like a disco ball. It's more on the sheer side, but not too sheer where you can't see it at all. It's the perfect highlighter for very pale skins, I think. This is like youth in a highlighter, I feel like. It just emphasizes the right amount of highlight on your skin, and I love this. You definitely have to get this one. It is no secret that I love to go to TK Maxx, have a stroll around the makeup and skincare aisle, and grab whatever I find to be worth paying for. And two of these like gems, these are true gems from TK Maxx, I swear, are these Max Studio quads that do remind me so much of the MAC quads because the packaging is pretty much identical. They look so much more expensive than they were. I think one palette was approximately like €4. I think the lighter quad is called AM and this one is called Sunrise. Very, very high quality, super buttery soft and pigmented. These are the exact colors that I like to go for because they are very warm and just gorgeous. Gorgeous. And the other one was called AM, as I mentioned before, and it's a perfect neutral daytime palette that has your mattes as well as shimmery shades inside, and I've been using these like crazy. Moving further along to my next favorite category in makeup, you've guessed it, yep, lipsticks. Right, I have 3 products that I've been constantly using. These have truly lived with me and in my makeup bag ever since I've gotten them. The first one is just one of these TK Maxx purchases that I did quite a long time ago actually, but I rediscovered the Lipstick Queen in the shade Trance. It doesn't look like a shade that I would go for particularly, just because it's more of like a fuchsia that has a little bit of like a blue-green sheen to it, which sounds totally weird, but trust me, as soon as you apply it to the lips, it doesn't look like that description at all. It's a very sheer pink, mauvey kind of shade that I love to wear. It looks very flattering on the lips. It doesn't look too dark. So this is the Revlon Colorburst Lacquer Balm in the shade 105 Demure. If you are someone that doesn't like to wear a lot of color on your lips, you just want to have a little bit like this something something on your lips, it's a very gorgeous, barely there, pinkish, beige color. It just looks very flattering, and it's a perfect daytime or everyday, wherever you want to like to wear this. I love, love, love these. The Revlon ones are particularly good, I found so far. And the last lipstick item that, of course, I had to mention is something that I received through my makeup swap that I did with my friend Carly. I was wishing for these Maybelline matte lipsticks in the shade 665 Lust for Blush. A gorgeous, like, pink mauve, everyday appropriate color. Again, I'm super rubbish at describing colors and scents and like a million other things. However, I love this particular shade. I just love the wear of these on my lips because they don't ever dry them out or look very apparent on dry patches or anything like that. And the color selection of these is huge. You get pretty much every single color that you can imagine. And lastly, I have to give out a shout out to the Gosh Extreme liquid gel eyeliner that I've just gotten maybe about a couple of days ago. I know it's super early. However, it is so good that I had to mention it in my favorites. Something about it is so different. I think it's really down to the wand as well as the formulation. The wand is super delicate and extremely thin. You can definitely achieve the thinnest lines. I think if you are a beginner, this is definitely one of the products that I would recommend to start out because you can draw very like thin lines without messing up too much. And the formulation of this one holds up the entire day. I'm wearing it right now actually. I have it in the color bronze. There are, I think, like 8 colors in total, including super bright neon colors as well as your regular blacks and grays and all. It's definitely one of the ones that I'm going to use way more in future tutorials. Moving right along to another one of my favorite categories in makeup, which is blush. The Missha Signature Dramatic Rose Petal Blusher in the shade Coral Rose. It looks like that. Super pretty color up front as well as inside the compact. I mean, oh my god, look at this. These are so gorgeous. They have this kind of flower pattern on top that has like different shades of coral and pink as well as like a shimmery highlighting shade here in the corner. And I've been wearing this so much lately because it's so like spring and summer appropriate. It brightens and lightens up my complexion. It doesn't look too over the top. The brush inside that you get is pretty good. I mean, considering that most of the brushes that you get with the compacts are rubbish, this one has proven to be pretty darn good, I have to admit. So, love this one. I was especially excited to get my hands on these finally because they are unfortunately limited edition as far as I'm concerned, but correct me if I'm wrong. It is the Milani powder blush in the shade number 5 Coral Cove. I have another one of these because I am just a huge fan of the matte blushes by Milani as well as the baked ones. Super pigmented, very soft, and again you have this like rose flower pattern going on top that I desperately don't want to touch or swatch or anything. However, I have been using this one on like a fan brush because these are pretty pigmented. The color is gorgeous. It's like a warm coral that is perfect for spring and summer. I'm so into my coral colors, as you can tell, so I love both of these. And my last favorite is this gorgeous brush by Sephora and Pantone. As far as I'm concerned, Pantone and Sephora collaborate each year to create the so-called color of the year, which this year it is called Marsala, and it's like this maroon oxblood color, which by the way is my absolute all-time favorite color right after black. I love the quality of these brushes. They are extremely well made, very sturdy, extremely soft. These feel like very expensive brushes to me. They have a nice weight to them. They're not too heavy, and they never shed. This one is in a number 49. It has the gorgeous Marsala color ferrule. I can't wait to finally use it. So these were my favorites. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, why not give it a thumbs up as well as subscribe to my channel? It would help me out incredibly. I appreciate every single one of you. Oh, don't forget to check out my social media, which is linked down below, Instagram and like Twitter and all that. I'm very active on Instagram at the moment, so you do have to follow me on there. So I wish you guys a beautiful day, and until we meet again.